Check engine light on, car drives fine. But the shop says you have an EVAP system problem. Do you really need this repair, or are they just trying to sell you something? Well, let's dive into it. I'm Jim. I've spent decades in the collision industry and the automotive industry, repairing modern vehicles, diagnosing all types of systems. My job today is to break this stuff down into plain English so you can make an informed decision. What is an EVAP system? Well, an EVAP system is a system that's closely monitored by your car that captures fuel vapors from your fuel tank, reroutes them as requested to the engine to be burned. So how does that impact a check engine warning light or turn on an engine warning lamp? So first, let's go into the warning lamp. That is a multi-indicator lamp. There are icons that show up on your dash that actually are warning systems for your car that something may not be functioning as intended. So a check engine warning lamp is the icon's the shape of an engine that usually has check or something like that inserted inside. And it shows up on your dash when there is a problem internally with the function of some module or system. So an EVAP system is monitored very closely as the car functions or drives. Something as simple as a pinhole in a rubber line could cause that warning lamp to illuminate. Some of the common causes are a loose or worn out gas cap, a hose that's broken or deteriorating, a purge or vent valve that's stuck open, a charcoal canister that is saturated or damaged. Your car could drive fine, but these items in the background could experience wear and tear, and they will create that problem. So the next question is, do I really need this repair? Do I really need an EVAP repair? Well, the short answer is yes, although not an emergency. But left unattended or unresolved, it could become a bigger issue. You said, hey, my car drives fine. Just because they told me there's an EVAP problem, what does that mean? Well, an EVAP system problem may not impact the way your car drives or performs on a day-to-day basis. Meaning you could be driving the car and it drives the exact same way it drove before you got this diagnosis. It is not a performance issue. So I have a light on my dash. That would be an active EVAP issue or an active EVAP code. And what that means is that if you have that light on your dash, there's a couple things that are going to be bad for you. Number one, you're not going to pass an emissions test. Number two, it is going to impact your warning system on your car. And what I mean by the warning system is that check engine light is a warning for things that are not functioning the way they should function. So you have this EVAP system that created this warning lamp, and because it's layered, there could be other problems that happen or are happening at the same time that are more serious. And so if you don't address that EVAP problem, the other issues are just in the background still happening. So something that could be a lower cost to repair could turn into exponentially greater without addressing that problem. Number three, your car is going to emit fuel vapors, generally inside the car. I don't know anyone that wants to drive around in a car with gas smell or gas fumes inside the car. It's just not healthy, but it's not safe. When your car is tested, they're going to test it for different components, and they could call you and say, hey, listen, you need a new fuel cap, or you need a new purge valve, or you need a new vent valve. And you're thinking, that doesn't sound right, because they all work as far as I can tell. Well, those items are wear items. And over time, they do just that. They wear out. And so when they call you and say you need those items, that's the corrective repair. That's the one that you need. And you can't really get around it. Has to be done. So my rule is this. If you have a verified EVAP problem, the repair should be done. The question is when to schedule it. It doesn't have to be done today. You can take some time, decide if that fits your budget now, or if you need to wait a little while to get, the money together and have it done then. And it should not impact your car. You just cannot let it last and linger forever. And I know someone's going to say, well, what kind of time does that mean forever? Because everyone has a different definition of something, right? That's hard for me to say. I don't know your car. It could depend on the age of your car, the miles that you drive, whether your car has high mileage, whether your car's been in an accident. There's all types of variables that impact that question. But keep in mind, it can't just stay on. That check engine light needs to be addressed if it's an EVAP problem. So they call you, say you have an EVAP problem. Do you need to repair it? Yes. Just not immediately. I can tell you a couple things though. So whenever someone comes into a facility, and they've been in my facility and they've asked this question, they expect something more than the repair that they're getting. And what I mean by that is that what an EVAP repair is not, it's not a performance repair. Your car is not going to turn into supercar. You're not going to have a faster car. It's not going to be any more powerful. It's going to be the same car. An EVAP problem is a problem that is not really noticed on day-to-day driving. In a day-to-day driving situation. The second thing you're not going to get, the problem is not going to go away. You have to address the problem at some point. An EVAP problem is simply a emissions compliant repair. It's a simple job, but it must be addressed. It just turns into a bigger problem. So if I was at a shop and I was asking, and I thought I needed some questions to ask that would confirm whether or not I wanted to have or needed to have this EVAP repair done, you could choose any questions you wanted. But in my opinion, the questions I would ask would be, number one, what codes did you find? And when I say what codes did you find, they should have done a scan on your car to verify this problem. And we'll talk about scanning and diagnostic reports later in a different module. But that would be the first question. My second question would be, did you test or replace the fuel cap? You see, a loose fuel cap, if you leave a fuel cap off or loose after you fill it up with gas, it could turn the check engine light on. So we need to know whether it was worn or whether it wasn't tight. Number three, what other components failed? And what did you do to test them? Once you have those answers, then you can make the decision as to whether or not it makes sense, or if it's verified that you need these items to be replaced. And a good shop, a good qualified shop, will be able to provide you with that information very clear. So, do you need an EVAP repair done? Do you really need that done? Well, do you want your check engine light off? Do you want to pass emissions? Do you want your car to perform as expected? Yes, that's the answer. For straight talk like this, subscribe to Uncle Jim's Car Corner. Real talk, real tips for every mile you drive.